This is a guy named Red Archibald. I read about him. He was stranded by himself in the Indian Ocean for more than a day. Now that may not seem like much if you've heard those stories about people lost at sea much longer than that, but even over a year sometimes. The thing that makes Red Archibald different was the fact that he didn't have a boat, a raft, a piece of wood, or anything to help him stay afloat in water. After falling off of a charter boat, his only choice was to tread water. So he did. He tread water in the middle of the Indian Ocean, all by himself, without a hope of anyone rescuing or even seeing him ever again. He began to pray. His first prayers were filled with anger and profanity. God, why did this happen? Why did you let this happen to me? I can't believe you do this to me. But after a while, his prayers turned from why me to, well, why not me? He reflected that he hadn't been a very good person, and he had failed at being a good father. As the hours passed, he fought cramps, dehydration, stings from jellyfish, and then he saw it. The boat that he had fallen off of was coming back toward him. He started screaming and waving, "Hey, I'm here! Praise God, I'm saved!" And then as the boat approached him, he noticed that it wasn't slowing down and that it didn't see him. And it passed right by him and just sailed away. He couldn't take it anymore. I just lost it, he said. I screamed at the world. I screamed at life. After a while longer, he felt a shark bump into him from below. Now, it eventually lost interest in him and just swam away, but Archibald decided that at that point, he could not go on any longer. He prayed one last time, made his peace, exhaled all of the air out of his lungs, and allowed himself to sink under the water. After sinking for a bit, he attempted to breathe in the water of the ocean. But of course, he started choking on the water, and he instinctively started to swim to the surface of the water. As he was blacking out from nearly drowning, he saw a vision of the cross, he says, and thought that was God's way of saying that he was dying. But then when he opened his eyes after emerging from the water, he saw that it wasn't a cross, but the mast of a ship that was looking for him. About 28 and a half hours at sea, he was rescued. I share this story not to say that you should give up the will to live if you're ever in a similar situation, but only to say that God saves us when we realize that we cannot save ourselves and that we are completely at His mercy.